I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's your Rap a Lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, we not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. To throw, it's Carr. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Akers. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the give, this is Akers. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On the counter, this is Akers. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. John Bates, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Akers. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles. 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now, because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Taking a shot for Samuel. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Here's 2nd and 10. Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jacob Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Rams 10, Washington 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On play action, now Rodgers. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. Here's a give to Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson touchdown number 15 on the year. And Washington has once again taken the lead. Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes this Washington 14, Rams 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Here's Carr to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On play action, Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And again, it's Rodgers. got an open man, finds Gibson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Carr going to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And now another one thrown incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man complete. It's Stokes. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Shakes off the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Rodgers now on first down. That's Samuel caught right side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, Gibson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll try to run with Gibson. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown of the night. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
Rams 13.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Here's Carr, and that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Rodgers now on 1st down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Flush to his right. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
A handoff for Gibson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Flushed out right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, touchdown number 15 of the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. To throw his Carr. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, Carr. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew that heat was coming there on that snap. And this time, the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew. And maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away. But down late in the fourth quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play. And even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. This to McLaurin out on the left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 31, Rodgers. Got a man. It's Brown.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are right back in this football game. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
7 brings up second and 3.
Shotgun now for Carr. Complete. Jefferson the target. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Carr completes it. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Carr now on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 17, Carr. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Rams on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Carr again. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. To throw is Rodgers. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's got his target, Harris. Touchdown, Rams. Jacob Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
36, Rams 26.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 89 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there out of the running game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Washington, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.